Okay, hello my cello friends. Look what I found. I have a cello I can play with today. And on this cello, I want to play a song for you written by the famous composer Ludwig van Beethoven. And we're all going to learn this. So it's called the Ode to Joy. It's on page 23 of your book. And I'm going to play it for you now, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit. So here we go. Okay, I'm sure you've heard that before. If you listen to the song, I'm sure you're going to hear your two basic rhythms are quarter notes and half notes. Now, we talked about half notes last week on page 22, and some of the songs that involved there were At Pierrot's Door, The Half Counts, Grandfather's Day, Michael Row the Boat Ashore, and what we really want to know is that the half note lasts twice as long as the whole note. So if this, or I should say twice as long as the quarter note. So just like math. So if this is the quarter note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now we play half notes, it goes twice as long. And when you're playing notes in rhythm, you have to make sure that you're maintaining a steady beat so that your quarter notes sound like quarter notes and your half notes sound like half notes. Okay, so very quickly we're going to go over, actually I'm going to take my time with this, but we're going to go over number 86, Essential Elements Quiz, Ode to Joy, on page 23 of your Essential Elements book. And when we start playing it, the first thing you're going to hear that all the notes ascend up and down in scale-wise. You know, so if you can play the D scale, and then you can figure out how to start that scale on the third note of the scale, which is F sharp, then you're pretty much ready to play this song. So look at the first two measures with me. It's F, F, G, A, G, F, E. So I'm starting on F sharp of the D scale, and I'm just going up the scale. Now I have to play the F twice, but essentially I'm just going up the scale a couple of notes. Then I'm going to go down. Next measure starts on D. And then we finally get to our half note. F sharp, E. So that's our first little phrase. And let's start that again. So let's all look at the notes. Let's set our fingers. Third finger is F sharp. It's going to be 3, 3, 4, open A, back to 4, 3, 1, then open D, first finger, third finger long, first finger long. Okay, so I'm going to have you stop the play for a second. I'm going to have you go over that a little bit. So take as much time as you need to be able to play those two measures. And hopefully now you're back, and we're all going to play it together, starting with our third finger on the D string. Remember, you're going to play the F twice. Now let's say the notes together. F, F, G, A, G, F, E, D, D, E, F, F, E. Now, play that with me. 1, 2, ready, go. Now, the next phrase, starting with the F sharp again, is very much like the one we just played. And let's say the notes. F, F, G, A, G, F, E, D, D, E, F. Pretty much the same as the last part, right? The only part that's different is going to be the next measure where it goes E, D. Gives you kind of a feeling of completion. So, if we were going to play the first, well, let's do this. Let me have you stop the tape, play that second phrase, starting on F sharp, and then when you're done, come back on again, and then we'll play the whole first section together. And hopefully you're back now, and we're going to play from the beginning the first 8 measures. And I'll go a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was really good. Now, we're going to go to the next section. And the next section starts on E, and again, it's a half note. It's going to be first finger on the D string, E, F sharp, D, so it's first finger, third finger open. And then the next measure is 1, 3, 4, 3, open. And then the next measure, 1, 3, 4, 3, 1. And the next measure, open, first finger, open A. So let's go over that slowly. And we're starting from the 9th measure of the song, which is an E half note. And it's going to be 1, 3, O. Play that with me. Ready? Go. 1, 3, O. Let's do that again. Ready? Go. E, F, D. Good. Stop and play that a couple times if you need to. But now moving on, the next measure is E, F, G, F, D, which is 1, 3, 4, 3, O. Let's try that slowly. Ready, go. 1, 3, 4, 3, O. Very good. Stop and practice that a couple of times. Get used to it. Make your muscle memory feel comfortable with that little phrase. And now we're moving on to the next measure, which is pretty much the same. E, F, G, F, E. 1, 3, 4, 3, 1. Let's play it. Ready, go. Good. Play that a couple of times. Get comfortable with it. And when you're done, we're going to go back and play it from that middle section, starting on the 9th measure. That E, F, D, E, F, G, F, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, E, A. Now, every measure is very similar, but they're not exactly the same. Each one has something very special about it. So you need to practice it a couple times, and I have to reinforce to you that you have to look at the music. If you're not looking, you're not going to know what to do. That's why the music is there for you, so you can follow it. So we're going to do that right now. we're going to play it from the ninth measure, E, F, D, and we're going to start with our first finger. So, ready? 1, 2, ready, go. And with that, you have learned the whole song. Oh, you may want to say that there's 4 more measures. Well, there are 4 more measures, but look at them. Where have you seen that before in this song? Oh, I'm going to tell you. The last 4 measures are the same as the second 4 measures. So I'm going to ask you to stop the tape for a second. Practice the second part, starting from E, F, D, the ninth measure. Play it through a couple times till you're comfortable. Then we're all going to play the whole song from beginning to end. Are you ready? We're back now, I hope, from your practice, and I think you should be raring to go to play this song. So here's from the beginning, all together. 1, oh, and by the way, before you start to play, you should always be ready. So you should always have your music where you can see it, know where you're starting from, have your finger on the first note that you're about to play, have your bow on the string. So when it's time to start playing, we're all ready to go. So I am ready to go. I have checked out my position, my hand position, my bow position, my music is ready, and I'm ready. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is Ludwig van Beethoven's Ode to Joy.